Hello guys, welcome to Creativity is Therapy. I'm Matt, and let me catch you up on what I've been doing. For the past couple weeks, I've been preparing for my finals next week, but I had a couple exams over the last week. And I've also been making time to read this. The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I'm doing a buddy read with my friend Cliff from Cliff's Dark Gems. And I'll link him below. He's a pretty awesome guy. Let's see where I am. I haven't been reading as much as I want to read. I've got about that much left, so I should be able to finish it before the weekend. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And let's get to the reaction. This is a video about the disabled community sharing their secrets and answering the tough questions. I had started it. I just watched a couple minutes, but I really wanted to watch it with you guys.
I knew that I'm weak and I have a disease and that I'm not like all the other kids in my school. That right there, that's where that first fear of I might die. I might die anytime.
In partnership with Unlikely Collaborators, we've designed perception box questions for communities with shared experiences to help broaden self-acceptance and deepen self-understanding. This group of people with disabilities was asked the following perception box question. In moments of deep solitude, what major concerns or questions tend to dominate your thoughts? These are their answers. This circle of secrets.
I am afraid to live alone.
Now, if this is your secret and you would like to step forward and share your story, you may do so on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I am afraid to live alone by myself. I, for one, want to live on my own, but it's scary because of all the things you have to do as an adult. How to cook, how to take care of yourself when there's a fire, and that's not easy for me to do on my own. And I like to have my parents around. I like to have people around me to help me out. And I want to show them that I have independence. But at the same time, how do I learn to do these things on my own?
Now, if anyone shares this secret with Matt, you may come forward on 3.
Good name. I'm not scared to live alone. I mean, yes and no. Yes, because of, if there is an emergency, how would I get out of it? Take and roll. No, but that is something to think about. To me, it doesn't matter if you're disabled or not. An emergency is an emergency, no matter what. I'm about to think about that for a while.
1, 2, 3. You may turn around.
Let's see what they say.
I'm very blessed that that I live with my parents and they, take care of me. I can't live alone. Physically, I need assistance. If I even were to want to, or even being put in that situation, God forbid, I don't know how I would survive because I need help with simple tasks like cooking, cleaning, getting ready.
Mine is more.
I'm having to live in a nursing home right now. I'm working on living independently again. I'm working with the state, and the state just happens to be Oklahoma. Oklahoma, it's beautiful here. And I do like a lot of the people. But Oklahoma seems to always fall behind. Whether it's on politics, whether it's on education, whatever, the arts, it seems that they're always lacking. So I don't know when I'm gonna get out of here. But anyway, back to living in a nursing home. A lot of people underestimate me. I could take my shirt off and put a new one on. It would take some training, but I could do it. Same with cooking. I'm a damn good cook. But of course I can't do it here. But that would just be another thing I would have to figure out how to do. I can do these things, but I just have to go about it from a different direction. Anyway, back.
More of an internal struggle. Sometimes my episodes can cause me to go to the extreme where I'm going through suicidal ideation. And so my doctors recommend that I don't live alone because of just the fear of that one day I may not be able to get out of my own head. And so living alone is something that I'm very scared of.
My disability is hard to maintain any kind of job.
Let's see what's up.
Yes, that's my secret. Typically when I'm manic, everybody loves me when I'm manic, even my jobs. But when I'm on my depressed state, it keeps me from leaving the house. I have crying spells. Sometimes it leads me into suicidal ideation. And oftentimes, if I disclose to my job, people tend to look at me more of a liability. I'm fearful of even sharing my condition to people because I have before, and I start to see the phone stop ringing. I tend to see the text messages stop coming. The job starts micromanaging me. And so oftentimes my condition has left me in a place of isolation where I'm the only one that knows my secret.
You see, since before my stroke, I did a lot of remodeling. I would remodel houses, or apartments, or condos, or whatever. And I love working with my hands, obviously. But my hands are not what they used to be. So I don't know what kind of job I can do now. I know there are probably plenty of options online. And that's why I'm going to college now. It's maybe by the time I'm out of here, I'll have my degree. So it'll be easier for me to get a job.
Liability is a huge thing. Someone looks at me during a job interview and they see a lot of issues, and because my health is so unpredictable, people just aren't interested in hiring me because it's just too much for them. They're not going to get the employee that they want.
They mix your disability a lot with being like unreliable and like an untrustworthy like employee. Like if I call them like, hey, I have to take a couple days off of work, or hey, I actually can't make it today, it comes off that I'm an unreliable employee. And I've been told that by a lot of managers. And it's like, sorry that I'm irresponsible for having a disability. Like,
you know, sorry, my body's broken.
Exactly.
I remember my boss, he pulled me to the corner and was like, hey, like, what's wrong? Like, why do you keep making these mistakes? And I'm like, well, to be honest with you, like, I wasn't sure if I could share about this, but I have a disability. And he's like, oh my God, like, I had no idea. Like, if I would have known, I would have been less harsher on you. And
That is so true. You never know what anyone's going through or what anyone is dealing with. Sometimes it's obvious. Like I'm in a wheelchair, I can't walk. Sometimes you just don't know.
I'm
You should not be harsh, period.
Yeah,
you should not be harsh, period.
Well, that's the thing too. It's like, yeah, I do have a physical disability, and so like, I need help with like some things physically. But when I have the things at my disposal, I could like perform, and I could do all these things. But then even take that under consideration, or even want to even consider that of like, well, since he needs extra help, then like, it's not even worth it.
Sometimes I wish the accident that disabled me ended my life.
Let's try that again.
Accident that disabled me ended my life.
Now we're starting to get real.
On January 1st, 2015, I was in a hit-and-run snowboarding accident that would have killed me if I wasn't wearing my helmet. It took me 8 years to get my diagnosis, and because it is so rare, there is no treatment. And so my life will continue to deteriorate. And living with it is very hard. Having to feel all the rejection and having insurance deny the things that might help me is hard.
I'll be right back. Let me just say. It's not easy. I had those thoughts all the time. Every single night for weeks. When I couldn't move my body at all. I'm like, why didn't it just take me out? Things would be so much more simple. And so many people would have to be worried right now. They would have to be worried about insurance. If I was gonna live or die. If I was ever gonna talk again. If I was ever gonna move again. I'll be back. I'll be back. There is no way. I do not have those thoughts anymore. When I was in the hospital for the first time after my stroke, for about the first week, the lobby of the hospital was completely full of all my friends. And I mean, I don't even know how many. But they were spending the night. They were making makeshift beds to sleep in overnight. And something that bothers me to this day is that a lot of those friends aren't really in my life anymore. And I understand life, and I understand life goes on. You can't stay in one spot. It's like, once they figured out that I was gonna be okay, they stopped coming around as much. And I don't blame them, I don't hate them, I don't dislike them. I mean, they have their own families now. And she's talking about insurance. Insurance is horrible. No matter if you're able-bodied or you're disabled, insurance can be a really bad thing. Unless you've got the good stuff that costs hundreds of dollars a month. And let you go, keep going.
And you can turn around.
Sorry, I've never met anyone that has felt the same.
I was born with my disability, but I was also injured when I was 13 years old in 2017. I had a regular spinal cord surgery, and in the process, my spine was damaged. And a lot of times it was like, it would be easier if I wasn't here. It's just like, it would be easier. Everything would be solved. But no, you have to keep going.
And you just constantly think of the life you could have had if it hadn't happened.
Exactly. Yeah.
Before my accident, I was very athletic. I constantly played sports. The day of my accident, I had actually decided I was going to start homeschooling so I could start skiing competitively.
Let me tell you about myself. A little bit before my stroke, I was an actor. I did theater. I was a dancer. I did a lot of musicals. I was a multi-instrumentalist. I play piano, guitar, the banjo. I fool around on the drums. I play the djembe. It's like a bongo from Africa. I didn't start painting until we were in the pandemic, and I had to do something. I'll tell you all about my painting journey in another video, and I'll show you some more of my paintings.
I can't do that anymore after my accident. It's too dangerous. But I was able to find theater, and I was able to teach middle school theater when I was 16. And watching those kids grow was everything to me. And suddenly it made all of that pain worth it to bring those kids up and watch them grow emotionally.
And that's another thing. Am I laughing? Or am I or am I crying? No idea. It's somewhere in the middle. And that's something that bothered me. But at the same time, it doesn't bother me. Everything that I used to do, all the music, it's all still up here. It's all still up here. It's just obviously I can't do what I used to be able to do. What I used to be able to do. But I can't teach you how to play the guitar. I promise you. I can teach you how to play.
Emotionally and socially, and just gain that confidence in themselves.
For 2 years, I was very, very depressed after I was no longer able to walk. Until I found like this kitten in my ceiling. Like he gave me something to live for. He gave me something to live for other than myself. And from that point, I was able to go back into Girl Scouts and like be able to participate and like figure out ways to adapt and do different things with my Girl Scout troop. And now I come back as a leader, and now I'm able to help the girls and inspire them to keep doing more. And I really relate to that.
Yeah.
And that's something that's also pretty tough for me. I've had the thought plenty of times about how I felt like I had nothing to live for. And I tell myself all the time that that's a lie. I have plenty to live for. I know the first thing I want to do when I get out of here is I want to get a service dog. One that can help me open doors. And maybe go get something that I can't reach. You can get a service animal. You can get a service animal. And I've seen those animals do some amazing stuff. Let's keep going.
Sometimes I play up my disability to get fast passes at theme parks.
I hate using my disability. as a crutch, but at the same time, I do think of it as a blessing in a way. What I can't do also works to my advantage. Let's see what they say.
Okay,
know that's right.
Okay, so that was mine. In no way am I like trying to say like my condition and disability isn't serious, but sometimes I'll go and I'll over-explain my condition, and then if I show them, oh yeah, I have a giant scar in the back of my head too, they're like, oh my gosh, so you can't wait in lines? And I'm like, yeah, I can't wait, no. And then I get a fast pass, and it's a win-win, you know?
I haven't been able to try it.
I'm in the if you gotta plant it.
Oh, hey guys.
Okay, so my family, they're like, oh, Precious, we can get into lines first. Let's go. And I was like, I was very against it. And I was really annoyed that they just wanted to use me for my perks. But eventually, like, those crowds be wildin' and they don't like to look around, and then I don't get trampled and this and that. But like, at the same time, you know, there's a time and a place for it, you know? It's okay. There ain't nothing wrong with sparingly using perks sometimes.
Okay, so I go with a couple friends from my shared abilities class, but sometimes it can be scary to wait in line for a long time.
Oh yeah.
So our teacher gives us these fast passes, and we can get in using them. And we go on all the rides. And I feel like that right there is a special treat. It's like Disneyland and all these amusement parks are giving us this special treat to show us that we are the same like other people.
Yeah.
A few years ago, I went to Disney World with my brother. And they were very accommodating. I went most of the rides. There were a couple that I probably could have rode, too much of a hassle. And that was just fun to enjoy my time there, which I very much did. So thank you to my brother for that.
My disability makes me feel like I'm undeserving of love.
So that's mine, and it's not really something that I necessarily talk about or I'm really open about. Obviously, I want to love. I love to love. I want to be loved, but it's just like I struggle with my mental health a lot, along with my physical disabilities. And sometimes when I go into these episodes, I'm not really myself, and it affects the way I am towards those people that I would normally be so kind towards. It could be people that I'm in a romantic relationship with, family members, friends, and I'm not proud of who I am in these moments, and it's just painful. And sometimes I just find myself just thinking that I'm better off just excluding myself from that in life, just so that I can preserve myself and preserve others around me.
I constantly feel that way. I feel so unattractive because I'm in a wheelchair. My voice is messed up. I'm currently living in a nursing home. At least every other day, I have these thoughts of being very unattractive.
Dang, got the whole gang here.
For me personally, I feel like loving me comes with a lot of pain as well because my body doesn't work that well. And if you become a part of my life, you're going to be stressed and you're going to worry about the state of my body.
I may not have the same disability as her, but I feel the same way. I feel like since I am in a wheelchair, people will treat me like a liability. Even more so if I wasn't in a wheelchair. But this makes it 100 times worse. And it's all about feeling unattractive. That there are gonna be some things. Go away. There are gonna be some things that they're just gonna have to accept. That's just the way they are. That's the way my voice is. It's the way I have to send the wheelchair. I mean, I'm sorry I can't just walk around. But I'm a very good person. I mean, I'm very creative. I know all about music. I play video games sometimes. I'm a reader. I love to learn about cultures. I speak 4 different languages. I mean, I speak English, obviously. I speak Spanish. Maybe not fluently, but if I were to go to Mexico, I could easily tell them what I need. I speak some French, and I speak some Swahili. It's a lot of the nurses and the staff in these places are from Africa. I learned French from the ones that are from Cameroon, and I learned Swahili from the ones that are from Kenya. So yeah, I'm a pretty cool guy.
I don't want to hurt other people.
God, did I feel that?
I feel that so much.
I have a story. I've always felt like I don't deserve love. I've always felt like my episodes caused me to push people away. And I remember that I was dating this guy. He wanted to get serious about it. And I just got angry and just told him, I was like, no, I don't need to be with you. No, there's a lot going on with me. I don't have time. I can't. And he said, Herbie, stop. I already saw the pills in the cabinet. I already know. Mm-hmm. He said, don't you deserve love? Don't you deserve someone to care about you? Don't you deserve someone to be there for you? You deserve it just like everybody else does. And so there's someone special for you that's designed specifically for what you have. It just takes a little longer. That's all it is. It just takes a little longer for us to find that person.
It's okay to take time. It takes time to unlearn all of that. Like, I'm still
working on it.
Yeah, I still work on it.
Sometimes I'll be like, no, you're wrong.
My poor husband, sometimes I'm like, go away, you don't love me anymore. And he's like, just go to bed. We'll talk about this later. Do you want some juice? Like, here's some food. Like.
My own self, my own mind is what becomes my enemy. It becomes that barrier that I put up. You know, why do they have to like deal with me hopping around on a little cute, what was supposed to be a cute walk in the park, but now I can't walk because I'm like, my fucking feet are hurting, so now I'm like hopping around, trying to hide it. And so eventually, I just can't hide it, and I had to ask to go home. So now that cute date's over. And then you just start thinking to yourself, like if they were with somebody normal, they wouldn't have to fucking deal with that.
I want to say all of you deserve love so much. And it just makes me so emotional just talking about this because it's just such a deep thing, a deep insecurity that so many of us share and can relate to.
In high school, I was suicidal because my disability made me feel very lonely.
My stroke happened when I was 29. So way after high school. That's what they say. I love the Alberta.
Because of my disability, autism, I may say or do or think something out loud that will be considered questionable to neurotypical students. And because I was so different, and at most of the time, I had a hard time talking about it because I was heavily alone. Why do I feel like I'm there, but I'm like not there? Like I was tired of feeling like Casper the Ghost or people or characters who kept me moving forward from ending my life a lot because I felt their pain. And someone who damn nearly saved my life because of her music is Melanie Martinez. There were some songs that I felt heard from ones of like just struggling when I was in my high school days and when I just really wanted to die. My parents didn't understand why I wanted to die. My sister didn't want to die. No one didn't get it. And it was only just me. And I just couldn't do it anymore because I was tired of trying to explain something that I didn't ask for. Being autistic is not a choice. So, Melanie, I know you may not watch this video, but thank you for saving my life when no one else believed me.
This video was real. This video is real.
Yo.
It makes me feel better.
You know, high school, for me, I look back and I don't really recall any good memories of high school. Kids are cruel. They're very cruel. Yeah. And I want to be your friend because I understand where you're coming from, but you are loved, you are appreciated, and I don't want you ever to feel like your life is not worth staying here.
Because a lot of days I feel so broken.
The system makes you feel broken.
It does.
Yes.
It does.
That's
Other
why
people make you feel broken.
I still don't know what I'm really made for. Sometimes I question, am I really meant to be here, even if I had something?
Melanie Martinez probably had no idea what she was doing either.
Yeah.
She was just sharing what came from her heart and how she felt.
You make everyone feel very warm and special in this room.
Does anybody here know what they're doing?
No.
Exactly.
No.
So you're not alone in that.
We're all just figuring it out, man.
We're just
every
winging
day.
it.
Just live, laugh,
Even
love
if
in right now,
think
you know?
Just wake up and live.
You don't.
Thank you guys. It really means a lot.
Yes.
Because there was some days I was just like, why can't I not do it? I just
And I'm so
want the
glad
pain to
you're
be.
still
I'm
here.
so glad you're still here. We all are so glad.
If you ever feel like that, you are valued here. And if you
You're
ever
so
feel
loved.
like you don't feel like your life is worth it, I want you to reach out to me or somebody.
Please,
Somebody,
please,
friend or
reach out to
something.
any of us.
Okay?
Yeah, we
'Cause
all
we
we
never
are.
want you
I will. I get shy about it a lot because I can be very shy about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks,
It's a thing
guys.
that a lot of us don't want to admit.
Right.
It takes a lot of bravery
We
to
gonna
say
show you
these
ropes.
things.
Yes.
I'm going to show you around the ropes. I'm a little bit ghetto.
I have a fear of dying young.
So this fear started when I was in elementary school. I was born with muscular dystrophy, which is my body doesn't produce a certain type of protein. So my muscles, because of that, are extremely weak. You know, growing up, of course, I didn't know all about my condition, but what I did know is that I knew that like I'm weak and I have a disease, and that I'm not like all the other kids in my school who are like sitting next to me in class. So that's where that fear started. And then when I was in third grade, I developed and was diagnosed with cardiomyopathy. That totally like just skyrocketed my fear of like I'm gonna die. Like I don't know, I could die anytime. That led me to having like really bad panic attacks, you know. But I'm very grateful that like my parents, they were able to calm me down. They would be like, that's not gonna happen. You're not gonna die. Like that is not gonna happen. You're gonna be okay. And when I think about it, I mean they're right. Like no one knows how long they have, no matter what. No matter if you're the healthiest person alive, no matter whatever struggle you're going through, no one truly knows. Things can happen in an instant. So to bring it back full circle, as of right now, am I afraid of dying young? Honestly, no, I'm not. But I still have that thought is never gonna fully go away. It's still always gonna be in the back of my head, you know, and because again, like I'm not looking forward to dying, you know, but it's not paralyzing anymore. I don't fear that anymore. I choose to use it again as a vehicle to get me where I want to be the light, rather it than being an obstacle and paralyzing me forever. I kind of like go through the saying like I'm here for a good time, not a long time. But yeah, so that's how I, you know, choose to live my life.
Everyone thinks about that every day. You never know what's gonna happen. You don't know what's gonna happen. You could just be walking down the road and all of a sudden you fall over. Or you get hit by a car. You get hit by a drunk driver. You get shot. A bear comes out of the woods and just mauls you.
Yeah, I mean, I remember like at a very young age, all the surgeries I had, and just realizing like things that went wrong after the surgeries is just accepting like, hey, I could die. I could die. Like I just remember like accepting it, and it's just like now I'm like, okay, I could die, but I'm gonna keep doing things. I gotta do something. I gotta keep going.
You have to keep going. You can't just give up and think, oh well, I'm gonna die one day. Oh well. What's left? What's left? Is life really worth living? And yes, yes it is. Keep living.
So,
Me too. Whenever I got my diagnosis, it was actually on my 20th birthday. And I started reading through and I discovered it was a progressive degenerative neuromuscular disease. I was absolutely terrified. I know I'm gonna die younger than most people my age. And it paralyzed me for so long, but like you said, it's now become a thought in the back of my head because I know it's something that could happen, but I'd rather focus on living my life and living in the moment and making the memories in case that time does come.
And that's what I've had to learn is like, it's not about the time you have, but it's what you do with the time you're given.
Yep.
Like, that is what like
Yes.
drives me and like fuels me to like inspire and to hopefully, you know, make someone else's day. Like I get filled up by serving.
This was incredible. I have not felt this surrounded by love in a very, very, very long time.
I like being here, and just being part of this world is unique and good people.
Well, guys, that was fun. Thank you for watching that with me. That was a couple of times. And got to me. But life goes on, man. You can't just give up. You are worthy of love. I am worthy of love. I love you. Love. Just make sure you're taking care of yourselves and looking out for other people. Please be kind. Please like and subscribe. You guys are truly amazing. And I will catch you on the flip side.